This is one of the most feared buildings in British literature. And also Batman's been there! This is Senate House in Bloomsbury, and it was built in the 1930s as the admin centre for the University of London. It's still much taller than everything immediately around it, but it's hard to explain just how weird it would have seemed back in the 30s. London didn't really have skyscrapers yet. Like, the closest we had was this thing, and you'd barely count that as a tall building today. During World War II, it was the headquarters for the Ministry of Information, and one of their jobs was to tell the BBC what they were and weren't allowed to say on their radio programmes, and one of the writers for their radio programmes was a guy called George Orwell. They were constantly sending over notes like, "Will you do all you can to ensure that the news bulletins are followed by cheerful and cheering programmes as far as possible? I am well aware of the difficulty of defining a cheerful programme." Like, what am I supposed to do with that? During the war, Orwell spent 2 years writing radio programmes for India, encouraging Indians to love being part of the British Empire, which he didn't even believe in. He was pro-independence. He was once given an instruction to downplay the severity of riots that were in support of independence, and he wrote in his diary, "Appalling policy handout this morning." So after the war, Orwell gets revenge by turning this building into the Ministry of Truth, where his protagonist Winston Smith works in the novel 1984. He calls it an enormous pyramidal shape with windows as grim as the loopholes of a fortress. But on the inside it is actually gorgeous, which means it's been in a lot of movies, including The Dark Knight Rises. This is the bit where Batman and Catwoman are at a party and she tells him, "You'll wonder how you could have lived so large and left so little for the rest of us." Christopher Nolan actually went to UCL, so it turns up in his movies a lot, even when they're supposed to be set in America.